Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I got some huge Chicago Bulls news that just came out the other day. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also leave a quick like on today's video. It takes a second and it helps me out. Thank you guys for that. Also check out my past few videos if you guys missed them. But either way, let's just jump right into today's video because it's some big news and I'm just very excited for this. You know, the NBA trade deadline is coming up pretty quick. I'm probably going to have another video out Saturday. That's going to be probably one of the best videos I've ever made. I'm putting a lot of work into it and it's going to be an interesting video, so stay tuned to that video for Saturday. But either way, right now, let's just jump right into it. And the report and I'd say recent news and rumors that came out and that are going around the NBA and the league is league executives believe the Chicago Bulls will be buyers at the NBA trade deadline. You know, I'd say a few weeks ago I made a video about Joe Crowley and a bunch of other NBA executives expecting the Chicago Bulls to be sellers at the trade deadline. And I should have known better. I should have never made that video. You know, anytime Joe Crowley puts out any news or rumors, it's usually fake news. So my bad for that. And let me just start off with giving my opinion. You know, this is great news. The Bulls are currently in a playoff hunt. You know, the East is just so bad. So the Bulls could win a few games and move all the way up to the 5th or 6th seed if they just win 2 games. And currently, by the time I'm recording this video, the Bulls are the 9th seed. They're 18-20 right now. And the Bulls need to get Zach LaVine some help. You know, thankfully, he's happy. He was happy that the Bulls benched Coby White and Wendell Jr. It showed that the Bulls they want to win now. And some more news came out. Shout out to Daniel Greenberg for this. An NBA Western Conference executive said the Chicago Bulls clearly are trying to win when they are benching the 2 young guys. And he also said some big news. Patrick Williams and Zach LaVine are the only untouchables on this roster. Other than those two, the Bulls are open for any trades and any calls. And that's big news as well. You know, that doesn't really surprise me. Our new front office drafted Patrick Williams, so I kind of understand and expected him to be untouchable, especially because he's only 19, the second youngest player in the league, and he has a bunch of upside and potential. And I know, just I'd say a few weeks or months ago, there has been a lot of Zach LaVine trade rumors. I mean, there still is about teams calling the Bulls, especially the Knicks wanting to trade for Zach LaVine. But that's just not going to happen. He's one of the Bulls' untouchables as well, and that's great to hear. LaVine has been putting up amazing numbers, getting better year by year, getting better just month by month this season. His defense has been very solid. His team defense, his high IQ shots. He plays super efficient. He's shooting the ball amazing. He's honestly, if the Bulls had a winning record, he would be in the MVP conversation. But of course, you know, the Bulls are 18-20 right now. They've been choking a few games here and there, and they honestly should be, I'd say 21-17, maybe better if not. They choked a lot of games that they should have won. But back to the main topic in today's video, the Bulls are expected to be buyers now at the NBA trade deadline. You love to hear that, especially with this playoff hunt. You could tell by the Bulls and Billy Donovan, our tourists, coming to an agreement to bench 2 of our young players. So they just want to win now, and that's great. You know, Otto in the starting lineup and Thaddeus Young just make everyone better, the offense better, the defense better. It's just fun. You know, you could see in the last few games the offense was much better. The ball movement was great. Everyone was cutting, backdoor cuts, and they were just feeding them. It was nice to see. But according to ESPN, you know, there's been a lot of reports around the league and league executives that the Bulls are expected to be buyers at the trade deadline. The trade deadline is coming up quick. It is March 25th. And it is clear that the Bulls want to make a run for the playoffs. They benched 2 players. And Billy Donovan doesn't care what it takes to win, even if it takes benching 2 of our young players for player development. You know, he even said, you know, yeah, benching them, it still is player development. They can learn and watch on the bench and see what they're doing wrong and possibly take away from what Thaddeus Young and Otto's doing on the court. I believe that's great to hear. You know, I understand completely what he's saying, how they can still learn and develop on the bench, watching the veterans play and just see how the offense is much better. And I still feel like Wendell is sometimes too much in his head. He just needs to go out there and play. Same with Coby White. He needs to stop trying to be that true point guard, you know, that quote-unquote true point guard Bulls and Bulls fans want him to be. Just go out there, be that scorer, then get the players involved. But either way, right now around the league, the Bulls are expected to be buyers. This could change in the next few days. The Bulls were expected to be sellers early on and then stand pat, and now we're expected to be buyers again. I'm not sure what we're going to do with Lauri Markkanen. I feel like his situation and contract just it's just a mess, honestly. I'm not sure who the Bulls are going to be buying. Hopefully it's more veterans to help out this team. I'm not even sure who the Bulls would trade, but I am happy for this. I would love to pursue Lonzo Ball or other I'd say players to make this team and offense and defense better. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them below today's video about these topics and the Bulls wanting or saying that Zach and Patrick are the only untouchables on this roster. Also, let me know who you guys want the Bulls to target or buy at the NBA trade deadline. And another huge shout out to Daniel Greenberg. Right before I was recording this video, this came out. And, this made sense. I'd understand it. But according to Daniel Greenberg, he's been told that several NBA teams have called Arcidiacono to see if Tomas Satoransky is available for a trade. I understand why. He's a solid veteran on a solid contract. He makes everyone on the court better. I mean, I'd say he's solid right now for the Bulls, but I wouldn't mind flipping him for maybe another, I'd say, younger point guard to run this offense. He does know how to run the Bulls offense. Him and Zach have great chemistry on the floor. Same with him and Thad. He just helps the Bulls offense run, and I'd say he's pretty solid on the defensive end. He's pretty lengthy and such. But I wouldn't trade him. I'm not sure. I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what Arcidiacono and the Bulls do at the NBA trade deadline. Like I said, they're now expected to be buyers. Leave some comments and questions below today's video about that. I wouldn't mind trading Sato. I don't really see us trading him. I'm not sure how many NBA teams are I'd say interested in who. He didn't put that out, but either way, I could definitely see the Bulls trading possibly Lauri. I could definitely even see Thaddeus getting traded for the right price. I'd say that for pretty much most of the roster. I'd trade anyone on this roster other than Patrick Williams and Zach LaVine for the correct price. I wouldn't really hesitate. The Bulls need help, and it doesn't help that I'd say 3 of our last 4 lottery picks are on the bench now. Coby White's on the bench. Wendell Carter Jr. is on the bench. Denzel Valentine was technically a lottery pick, and he's on the bench as well. It's just not looking good. I'm tired of tanking, tired of getting top 10 picks because the Bulls' last 3 picks, they're okay players, but they're not superstars or I'd say organization or team changing talent. So I'm just tired of I'd say tanking and getting high draft picks. I want the Bulls to be buyers, get Zach LaVine some help, make him happy, and hopefully the Bulls can make the playoffs and these guys can learn from that and come back next year more hungry and hopefully with more veterans and maybe even a star in free agency. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, make sure you guys are subscribed. Leave a quick like on today's video. It helps me out a lot. I'm going to be posting every other day or any day that the Bulls don't play, keeping you guys updated on any news and rumors that come out, especially on the trade deadline. If the Bulls make any moves, I'll make a video on that. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave some comments and questions below today's video about any of the topics I talked about. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.